They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
This defense for the Bengals, they were very strong last week in that win over Cleveland.
This defense certainly has a lot to be proud of coming off of last week's game, because when you only give up 14 points in a contest, you give your team a great chance to win. The best defense in the league is usually going to average giving up 18, 19 points a game. So to be under that, a terrific achievement.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Mayfield looks to throw. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And they'll get to this and touch it. Looks like, yeah, right at the 15-yard line here. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at their own 15. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Another try after the 1st down sack. Burrow. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there. Trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. They go play action with Burrow. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. 30. 10. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season, and right now this organization, more than likely, if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves, but with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So is the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
A first down throw for Mayfield. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down. First carry for the Oklahoma State man, Chuba Hubbard. That one good for 12 yards. And that's going to make it third down and less than a yard. Mayfield to throw it. And unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's fourth.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he is going to have a Panthers first down by a good couple of yards as they get 3 there on 4th and inches. Mayfield now. Leaping, and he makes the grab. And he'll be brought down at the 27. On first down, this is McCaffrey. And a hard-working run here as he's got it inside the 20, down to the 17. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And caught by Tremble. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Mayfield. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. McCaffrey is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of the season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. He's got a man complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Bengals have taken the lead. McPherson on for the point after. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And he returns this to the 22.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Here's Mayfield. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Mayfield from the gun on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. That's caught. It's McCaffrey again. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Mayfield on 1st down. He'll get this out right here to McCaffrey. The result, only 4 yards there on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. They'll get 34 yards there. A handoff left, McCaffrey. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
So if you've been playing defense in this one, there's a little bit of the good and some bad, because they did give up the touchdown run to him earlier, but shut him down otherwise.
Outside of that, you're exactly right. I would say they've contained him very well. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. 1st down, Mayfield. Checks this down to Hubbard. Touchdown, Panthers. Chuba Hubbard from 21 yards away. And the Panthers are an extra point away from evening this one up. CD for them, this has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. A 2nd quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. Oh, a solid stiff arm and some open field. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. Here we go. Now it's Burrow. He will find his man Chase complete. Touchdown, Bengals. Jamar Chase on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Bengals have regained the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this a 6-point game.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Tommy Tremble, the intended target, and it's 3rd down and 2. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Mayfield on 3rd and 2. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. He's got the first down and more. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. McCaffrey running up the middle. 47 yards on the ground for him so far.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing defenses to get to the football.
Throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Jeremy Chin picks it off. And the Panthers are going to take over at their own 41.
I know some teams are leery about playing cover 2 because the strong safety's not usually a terrific cover guy. But in this case, he played it perfectly. Read the football and went and made the interception.
Now Mayfield lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. The big fella. And he'll bring it back to the 9-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Burrow, a 9-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
And that's certainly an important score right there because they gave themselves a 2-score cushion heading towards halftime. Now you got to force the other team out of their comfort zone, and it changes the way you approach the second half as well. How you want to do things on offense, and your defense feels much better too, having that lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead now stands at 13. Out of the end zone comes Smith. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, not much time remains here in this first half. We'll see if they can get something out of this drive, at least a field goal. They could certainly use it, down by 2 scores. Trey Hendrickson in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. To try again after the sack. Mayfield, they'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. So we've reached halftime here in the Queen City, and it's the Bengals leading this one. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. And this will not be returned, so the second half begins with a touchback. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Mixon will get it to start the second half.
call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
And he'll take this to the 32, a gain of about 3.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Again, it's Mixon. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
And he's got some space here. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory.
71 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Evans is into the end zone for a Bengal touchdown.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical, as one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
And Smith chooses not to return it, and they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down. And this one is incomplete.
He took a shot there, but boy, was that ill-advised from my viewpoint. Coverage was awfully tight. How did he get away with that one not being picked off?
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. To throw, Mayfield. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Bengals grab it. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes. If they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback, they've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
On second down, here's Mixon.
And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line.
10 yards there on a Bengal first.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And
well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted.
It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick.
And the Panthers are going to have it here at their own 15. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores. But, yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And, look, we're still in the third quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Taking a shot here for Marshall. Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
So, of course, they declined that there. They knew they had the free play. They got great yardage out of it.
It's kind of like when we were at dinner last night. You saw me reach for the check, so you ordered dessert on top of it, right? You say you had the free play.
Yeah.
Right? Already had what you needed. Go ahead and get a little more on top. I like it.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. On 2nd and 9, Mayfield. And this all incomplete. He tried to check it down to his running back and nearly had the ball picked. He's lucky to be getting that one back.
After what they've done with him all day long, with all the targets trying to go after him, he's obviously gotten smart, and his pride has kicked in. Made a terrific play.
Being chased out left. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the first down before taking the hit.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati. Mayfield knocks this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Throwing, Mayfield. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
Now Mayfield on 4th down. Over the middle, complete into the hands of Trimble. And the Panthers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. Now Mayfield. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Von Bell. And the Panthers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty. 1st and goal. Mayfield. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. Ian Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get a score back in the final stages of this 3rd quarter. Well, that didn't take long. The turnover instantly almost turning into points.
And when that happens, a lot of teams have the mentality of let's strike right now. You've got them off balance after the turnover or the takeaway. Let's go get it. And that's exactly what they did.
And they're going to get the 2-point conversion, caught in the end zone. And that cuts the lead a bit further. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Bengals drive about to get going. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Shaq Thompson on the tackle that time. 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to Mixon on 2nd down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Now that's a nice play. Got me fired up, partner. But can they do it back-to-back plays? All the training that you go through as a defense for these situations, when you have to get the ball back, everything you go through, holding up the runner, raking at the football.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Here's Kevin Huber now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. That's returnable now for Smith. A 41-yard punt there with no return.
And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Looking to throw. He's going to look deep for more. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. Now back to throw. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
Hubbard is in. Touchdown, Carolina.
Solid blocking up front from the guys on the offensive line allowed him to get in for the touchdown.
Yeah, some might say that the guys on the offensive line were in concert. I used to have a coach who called it marrying up, meaning when you get on a guy, you just stay right there. Each guy has his own assignment. That allowed the runner to make the big move towards the end zone.
Mayfield going to try to throw for the 2. Dancing to his left. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
That's on the guard, Alex Kappa.
Here we go.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. Again, it's Mixon.
And he'll get about 3 here, up to the 44-yard line.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
It's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or a takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time. Well, at this stage, that's exactly what you want offensively. Good run on first down, stay in bounds, keep that clock rolling.
And look at that play chart that the play caller has in his hands right now. That's what you got to focus in on because that's divided up by sections. And right now, he's looking at that 4-minute offense section. What running plays do we have to bleed down the clock and take care of the football? Right now, they're executing really well.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning.
I'm one, ready? 12, 12, 12.
They'll try and throw forward with Burrow. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow on play action. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And he gets it down close to the 10-yard line. Now the Panthers going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On third down, Mixon. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Fourth down. Here's Joe Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Bengals try it, but it doesn't work out. And the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, the offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the...
Now Mayfield lost the football, and the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Here's Baker.
It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game.
He forces one there. It's a potential dagger as it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hilton.
And the Bengals have just about sewn up this football game.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Let's give a little credit to the defense on that one. They resisted quite well, and that pass fell incomplete. But this ball game for him, that's just a momentary speed bump. He's played awfully well throwing the football.
Here we go, here we go.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here we go with Burrow.
Throw left side, complete to Chase.
Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. That was a pretty impressive touchdown play. Those broken tackles, those weren't easy to get by.
No, they really weren't. And they've had trouble tackling throughout this ball game. But on this particular play, how about that move? Or I should say moves with an S, because I don't care if you're a great tackler. You had trouble getting him on the ground on that play.
And McPherson on for the extra point.
And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive.
Well, this is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
One last shot from Mayfield here. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete. Well, this was